Alright.
Mission objectives. Make your way to the orbital. Make your way to the arbitrary elevator. Did you start the mission yet?
Yeah.
Hmm. I am way
Hmm.
behind.
Hopefully it'll catch up to you. Well,
So in this level, you're just in a cave.
I suppose so. It's a.
Because I remember. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's a fresh sesh with Wesh.
Just squeeze that in real quick.
Oh yeah, squeeze in.
That's it. I'm fucking your ass.
Oh yeah, squeeze in.
But yeah, I remember the last level was you were on like an active volcano. However, you still needed your Arctic gear and your Arctic light jackets, and thermal energy was still just imperative to your life, even though you were on an active volcano, which I don't imagine is very cold.
That's some snark. I don't imagine it's very cold.
Oh, and of course, Rolly Boy.
Yeah, Roly Boy is my favorite. I just took care of him, nipped that in the bud.
Yeah, you actually kicked his ass. For once. Normally, it's just this long, drawn-out battle of him rolling around. But you just kicked his ass in your mech. Who's just leaving all these mechs around unmanned?
Men.
Yeah, lazy men. Remember when we used to think, like, referring to enemies as dudes was funny?
No.
We used to do that, in the Dead Space Let's Play when I watched that, like, a month ago. I totally forgot about it till I watched it, but I said something like, dude, there's some dudes over there, and we both started laughing.
Well, in that
refer-
game, it might be funny because the enemies are so weird.
No, we just used to do it all the time. And our other joke was guys, because I also referred to enemies as guys, which I still have it in this Let's Play even, but I was like, dude, there's some dudes and guys over there.
Oh yeah, that does
And,
sound familiar.
and we used to be like, where there's dudes, there's bound to be some guys.
Oh yeah.
Referring to enemies as dudes and guys. It was initially funny to you. I was just like saying it without even thinking it was funny, but then like you thought it was funny, and then I also started thinking it was funny. Like there's dudes and guys.
Where there's dudes, there's guys. Where there's
Where
smoke,
there's
they pinch back.
You two poop. Where there's smoke, they pinch back.
YouTube poop. And another waypoint. I'm so sick of this game.
You know, watching back, I wrote it in the description. Watching the last video, I really regretted not just going through and blasting everything on my way, like just taking my time and actually playing it, because it was like a lot more annoying to watch me just kind of breeze through and act like I didn't care, even though I did not care. But
It wasn't acting.
it wasn't fun to watch. It was just kind of annoying to watch me just kind of breeze through and half-ass it.
After a point, like I think it's fine because this game sucks. You know, there isn't. What's the point of like, okay, taking my time, because it's not interesting or cool if you took your time. It might as well just be like, okay, fuck these enemies. And also, at all times, there's 50,000 enemies on screen.
I think a large part of that, though, is just not caring and just letting them pile up.
Well, here's the quandary. Is it because, do you let them pile up just because there was already so many and it's like saying fuck it, or do they pile up because you just don't care?
Scientists have been arguing that point for centuries.
Honestly, I think it's a combination of both. I think from watching the Let's Play, you know, already there's a ton of enemies on screen already. If that's true, you know, that doesn't seem to be the case so far, but that is true. That most of the time, I mean, so far as in this level, but most of the time there are just an assload of enemies on screen at all times, and then so automatically you're like, well, fuck this. So you just start running away from all of them, and then it just gets like just completely out of control.
I would agree that there's just, at any point, there's just way too many guys. way too many men, and
Yeah.
it's just like it's disheartening. It's like I don't want to do that.
It's discouraging. Yeah.
Isn't that the
It's
same
like
thing?
I'm not sure. I thought disheartening was more like emotional, but I might be wrong. But I don't think so.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah,
would
screw
require you to be not Wes.
that. Wes is always right, folks.
See, so far, hasn't this been fun with me doing it the right way?
Well, I'll also say that they haven't been just completely bombarding you. There's been a couple of lame scorpion enemies, and that's it. You have, and I've yet to see a wall anus, something that I have plagued the Let's Play with the speaking about. But, you know, it's not so much me plaguing the Let's Play as the game is plagued with wall ani. But
I think
I have mentioned it in, like, every video.
don't speak too soon.
Oh,
I don't
there's-
know if there is one, but I
If-
don't want you to jinx it.
If there aren't wall anuses in this mission, this is the only level to have not had them so far.
I think you might be right. Well, what am I saying? You're Wes.
Jeremy is just, he's rolling over in his grave.
Poor
Good.
Jeremy.
Hearing you call me right is bothering him so much. But these bloat... Oh, I did not mean to roll my R like that. These bloat flies have been in almost every mission as well.
Oh. Being in that mech really drained my Tiang, so... Here I go.
What? But you have to be in the mech. Outside of the mech, it's like, oh, I fell over.
Well, not right now, but generally, yeah. Come
Yeah,
on,
oh, now
Tiang.
you're completely out of Tiang.
Yeah, I need it.
Give me my Tiang points.
I need it.
I gotta have that Tiang. That reminds me of in not elementary school. Keep doing that. Ah! In middle school, before I smoked weed, I knew this Douchelord Jordan, and he started smoking weed all the time, and he started saying he was addicted, like he's an addict. I am a weed addict. And I remember he was trying to buy some from a friend of mine who had some, and he was like, I'm not going to sell you any, fuck you. He didn't like Jordan. And Jordan was like, dude, I need it. And then he started, like, shaking, and he was, like, grabbing him, like, by his shoulder, like, dude, I need it. And,
Oh
and
my
I
God.
remember telling people about that, and they're like, he's lying. Like, even middle school kids were like, what a faggot. Why are you backtracking through the level?
Well, another point in this game's favor. I can't get into the mech unless I have enough Tiang.
Oh.
And I can't get up
Really?
that hole unless I have the mech, because I can't use the grappling hook.
The map.
Here is the map.
The map.
Oh, there's some teeing. And then you just immediately lost it. What the fuck?
This is not going too well here.
This is awful.
I was doing real well up until the Tiang problem.
It's not even your fault. Okay, so the teeing, although I said it's not as big of a deal as people say, and I still agree with that. Teeing is still a problem. Being on a constant time limit, especially if you have to get in the mechs, which is absolutely imperative to get through the level without being knocked over, which is another horrible design flaw. When you get in the mech, the time limit suddenly increases twice as much, right?
Yeah. And now there are rocks. Okay, I'm probably just gonna die.
What were they thinking?
They were thinking, this'll be great.
Dude, this game really sucks. And it's not, I know I've said that, but I'm not in my comical mood that I normally am when we record these. And now I'm just annoyed with this shitty game. But you're just gonna, this has been so lame to watch. Just you backtrack to get T-ing. And it's not even really your fault.
I don't know if it's my fault. I wasn't paying attention to the Tiang.
Okay, well then it is your fault. Pay attention to the T-ing. But it's not like, okay, it's both, because this game has that shitty fucking T-ing aspect, and then of course you weren't fucking paying attention to it. If I was playing this game, I'd always be looking at the fucking T-ing. Are you at least progressing now, or are you still
I am,
back
but I
there?
have to hurry up and harvest this guy's tang.
Harvest his Tang. And get
I
some
am,
sweet
I
Tang.
am just like on the razor's edge here.
Oh, I just see you getting some T-ing now.
Yeah, but even then,
But
This
then you
is
took
like-
damage.
I'm barely scraping by right now.
And that doesn't work for this. Like, for a time limit to just keep barely getting, like, oh, 30 more seconds, it's not fun like that. Nobody really likes time limits. I've never, like, heard of people saying it's, like, my favorite when a game has a time limit the whole time. Cheating is an issue. It's not so much that you just die for being out in the cold. It's not that, it's that this T-ing shit, you don't really get that much of it. And you do, but you have to be fucking constantly killing enemies for it. And to constantly kill enemies, then you have to be in a situation where your T-ing drains twice as fast. Or else you just get knocked over and fucking over, because Lost Planet sucks!
That was probably your biggest speech.
I'm gonna try and talk less now.
You don't have to.